What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, giorno. Buongiorno, buongiorno. Oi, me ve. What's up, Bolts fans in the house? What's up, Bolts fans in the house? Why is that showing offline? Uh-oh. There it goes. Bolt up, baby. Is it sad? I'm gonna tell you. So I was just watching the game, right? I was watching the preseason game. You know, of course, I at least wanted to watch. I at least wanted to watch. What was I going to say? Oh, I at least wanted to watch like the opening series with with Herbert and all that sort of stuff. And Quentin Johnson drops the first ball, just like the first one, right? Doesn't even waste any time sucking. And then he just gets smacked. And I was kind of like, bro, catch the ball. Like, I was kind of just like, catch the ball, bro. Like, just catch the ball. Just catch the ball. How is he still on the team? How is he still on any team? How is he still in the NFL? He can't catch the ball. That seems like such an important part of being a receiver is having the ability to catch the ball. Like, bro, how are you going to be an NFL receiver with freaking bricks for hands? Anyways, sorry. I'm digressing. Oh, shoot. I just realized I left something downstairs. Anyways, I digress. I apologize. Just catch the damn ball. Just catch the damn ball. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Tons of guys do it. Number one job. Only job. Only job. Catch the ball. Don't let go of it. Only job. Catch the ball. Don't let go. Only job. NFL receiver. That's all you got to do. Catch it. Don't drop it. Hold on to it. Don't fumble it. That's all you got to do. Like, it's not difficult. It's not like he's out there running like freaking crazy routes, like where he's like, or it's like, oh, he's got to like really read. No, it was a go route. Just catch the ball. The first one was a screen pass. He was freaking, it was next to the quarterback. Still dropped the ball. Anyway. How's everybody doing today? Y'all here for round 2 of my live today. Of course, the first one I was not debating. But if you missed it, you should definitely check it out. First little podcast-ish type style ever with Mermaid Ari. Really good time. Had a blast. We had a lot of fun this morning. Honestly, we did. I had a blast. Yeah, I thought it was really fun this morning. I thought it was really, really fun. I really enjoyed myself. All right, Joe. Well, we're gonna get this thing going just like normal. We're gonna get this thing started just like normal. And by normal, I mean we're gonna have some conversations and some debates, and we're gonna get out of our echo chambers. How does that feel? Is that scary? Is it scary to get out of our echo chambers? No, of course it's not. It's very important, actually. I got this little bit of hair that's sticking out below my hat, and I don't like it. I keep trying to fix it. I'm not fixing it. uh, yes, we all learned what sea lioning is today. We all learned that. We all today learned what sea lioning is. So that's pretty cool. But as you guys are coming in, please tap the screen, hang out in the live, make comments. Comment in the live. Commenting is important. Commenting lets whatever platform you're in, lets them know you're engaged. It lets them know you're engaged, so that it sends more people here so that we can have some fun. But if you did miss it earlier, come check it out. You can find the replays on my YT, on the Tubi. So yeah, go check it out. It was really, really fun. It was really, really fun. All right, we're about to open up these phone lines. Seems like we're already getting a few calls in. Well, actually, we've already gotten quite a few calls in, considering I'm just, getting started and just kind of starting this thing up. So we've already gotten quite a few calls in. So we might as well open up these phone lines. We might as well get things started. There's no time like the present, right? No time like the present. Might as well just get after it. Rupert's good. Rupert's good. He says hi. He sends his regards. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? All right, bunch of calls and no one who's actually there. That's weird. That's okay. That sound that guy just made actually just it's kind of what I think is normally going through MAGA's brain, just like all the time. Just, ah! It's that fear coming out. It's that fear crash out coming out. That's just their normal brains. Honestly, it's just better when they come out and say it. It's honestly a lot easier that way. Wait, why did neither of those two phone calls ring? That was strange. Anyways. Oh, no, we're going to keep this thing going. If you voted for Trump or you support Trump, go ahead and either call in on the number next to me or above me, depending on where you're looking at, or, so some of the sort. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you?
I don't want to talk to us first.
You don't want to talk to me? Then why did you call? That is very strange to call and then decide you don't want to talk to me. It feels like you should have figured that out before you dialed the number. Hello, how are you? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. How old are you?
18.
Awesome. How was your first week of high school?
My first week of high school was 4 years ago, buddy.
Oh, okay. Hello, how are you?
I'm okay. What's up?
Doing good. How old are you?
Me? I'm old. I'm 53.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, I have a question for you. Why you asked that question on your page? Why do you not support him? Why do you support?
Because I don't support people. I don't support people that are bad at their job. So why do you support him?
Do you support nuclear war?
Who supports nuclear war? That's a ridiculous comment.
Well, Trump's stopping nuclear war. He's stopping all these wars.
Hold on. We were at nuclear war?
Well, good possibility of all these wars. And
hold on, sir. In order to stop nuclear war, that means that we would have had to have already been at nuclear war.
No.
So I'm just wondering when we were at nuclear war.
No, you're wrong. You are wrong. You're wrong.
Sir, how do you stop something that's not happening?
You stop before it starts, because it's possibility to happen.
That's not stopping it. That's preventing it.
Okay, he's preventing it then.
Okay, so what evidence do you have that we were going to go into nuclear war?
Well, listen, all these people being pissed off in all these countries, and Russia pissed off at us for supporting Ukraine, giving them all the weapons.
Yeah, and before that, Russia was pissed off at us for a litany of other reasons, and they've been threatening nuclear war for like 30 years. So what?
What do you mean he's not good at his job? You're a freaking. Are you a liberal?
No, absolutely not. Sir, I'm asking you a very specific question. If you're saying that Donald Trump gets credit for preventing nuclear war, then Biden prevented nuclear war and Obama prevented
prevent
nuclear
shit.
war. Well, then if he
Biden
didn't
don't-
prevent it, then we would have been in nuclear war, correct?
They're all about to go to prison. All the Democrats.
Hold on, sir. If was there nuclear war under Joe Biden?
No. Well, if he got another 4 years, there would have been.
Therefore, he prevented nuclear war. I want to give him a whole bunch of credit for that. So awesome. So we're going to give credit to Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Barack Obama. Hell, we're even going to give credit to frickin' Bush, and that's crazy. He almost screwed that up. He almost screwed that up pretty good. But I mean, even
I know Bush was a crook.
yeah, but even he prevented nuclear war. So
Are you a Republican or Democrat?
neither.
Are you independent?
I'm not party affiliated.
Oh, so you don't vote.
I do vote.
Okay, great.
I
Well,
probably
I'm just trying
vote.
to say you,
I probably vote a lot more than you do because I actually vote in my local and state elections also.
I vote every year, every time there's elections in my local and state election.
What do you know about these candidates besides whether they have an R or a D next to their name?
Well, I know they're crooks. I know in 2016 they freaking made up a whole lies against Trump to try to make him look like a bad person. Was everything they say is a lie? And Obama's about to go to prison, and a lot of the Democrats are about to go to prison for all the bullshit they done.
Well, so let's start with the fact that you do realize that thanks to Donald Trump, the Supreme Court voted and said that the president has immunity for things that happen within office. So therefore,
Not for treason, though.
nope, including for treason. If it happened as a part of his official duties, then he has immunity.
So it's
That is
still- it's just-
specifically, sir, I'm still speaking. He specifically said that. So even if for some crazy reason you could prove anything that you're saying, which you obviously cannot because it's
They're proving
very
it,
much not
fool.
true. But even if
Wake
they
up.
could prove it, he would still be immune thanks to Donald Trump. Yeah.
Well, hold on a second, buddy. Official duty. So it's official duty to frame somebody and say all these lies about him, that he's a Russian agent or that Russia helped him win the election in 2016. That's official. That's not official.
Sir,
That's
if
just like
lying is a crime in which you could go to jail for, then Donald Trump would be locked up for the rest of all of our born lives. He would have enough years in prison to probably put his great-great-great-grandchildren in prison for life if lying was something that put you in prison. But lying is protected under your First Amendment rights. You can
What have
lie
you lied
all
about?
you want.
Give me a couple examples. What has you lied about?
He didn't lie about anything. You're the one making the claim that he lied, sir. I'm not.
I'm talking about Trump. What did Trump? You said Trump lied.
Trump
what did
had
he lie
over
about?
Trump had over 30,000 lies just in his first term alone. Confirmed lies or
30,000
misleading.
lies. Give me a couple.
Give you a couple. Okay, that
Yeah, name them now.
I'm trying to, sir. Why are you hollering?
Because you're a fake loser.
Yeah, he said that noise from windmills causes cancer.
He never said that.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Well, put the video up on your page.
He also
so we
said
can
that
prove it.
he also said that magnets don't work underwater.
There you go. Make up lies.
No, he said we were bombing airports in the Revolutionary War.
He never said that, dude. You're a crazy liberal leftist.
Yeah, he definitely said that. He said Mexico
Prove
was
it.
gonna. He said Mexico was gonna pay for the wall.
They are paying for the wall.
No, he said in his first term they didn't. Actually, they did start paying for the wall under the Biden administration, though, funny enough.
Go
But
back to the.
he said he was going to lock Hillary Clinton up.
Hey, still not too late. She's about to go.
Oh, so right now he lied.
No, he didn't
Well,
lie.
I guess we should put
He
him in.
He didn't say
I guess,
when. He says
I guess we should put him in prison then.
he didn't say when he's gonna lock her up. He said he's gonna lock her up. He didn't say.
Well, if
a
that's
date,
the
a
case,
year.
then I can say that Obama said that there was Russian collusion. He didn't say when there was going to be Russian collusion, so we can just wait until there is.
Go ahead and wait, buddy. You're
Yeah,
waiting
so we
forever.
can wait.
There
So it's
never will
not.
be.
So it's not a lie because we can just wait until we can just wait until it happens, right?
Do you not like that Donald Trump is making peace? He's ended 6 wars and he's trying to end the Ukraine war. Do you not appreciate that he keeps trying to end that war where 7,000 people a week are dying?
He's ended 6
He's not-
wars, right? All right.
Yeah.
So what 6 wars did he end?
What?
What 6 wars did he end?
The 4 video. I can't understand you.
What 6 wars did he end?
Oh, the India and the other India, Pakistan.
Well, the
They're about to-
prime minister of India came out and said that specifically Donald Trump had absolutely no hand in that, and that Trump was lying, and that was a deal that was worked out between India and Pakistan.
He never came out and said, dude, you're the biggest
Prime Minister.
propaganda lying sack of shit in the whole fucking world.
Yeah, that would be Prime Minister Modi, and he very, very, very specifically said that.
Well, you're a liar yourself, so have a nice life.
Oh, I'm having a great life.
You're a negative motherfucker, and you need to be taken off of YouTube.
All right. Sorry, you're all up in
You
your
know
feels,
that?
bud.
Well, I have no feelings. You're the one that has the feelings, buddy. Bye.
Here you go, and I'll put it on the screen for everybody to see, just for fun. Oh, he's gone. Where did he go? I'm sure we will all miss him so much. India's Modi tells Trump there was no U.S. mediation in Pakistan truce. That's crazy. That's wild. It's crazy how simple that was to find. That's wild. Hope everybody's doing great today. That guy, you know what, y'all? The good thing about that caller is we can only go up. You know? When we start there, we can only go up. Pretty impressive. Somebody is definitely missing their grandpa, and he is in the liquor cabinet. So we're about to move on to the next caller. Y'all, if y'all would like to support the live, make sure you guys hit that follow and subscribe button, depending on where you're at in there. I really appreciate y'all. If you guys would like to support the live even more, and you'd like to become a sub or a member, paid sub or member, please consider doing that and join the team. That's really awesome. And I also have things like super chats open, and I have live gift goals going on. So if you guys would like to support in any of those ways, I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. It does help lives like this to keep going. All right, let's open up these phone lines and keep moving. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
48.
You say 28?
No, I said 48.
48. Awesome. Do you support Trump?
No, I do not. I just wanted to make a comment. I was watching your show. I think you're awesome for doing what you do. Appreciate it. I don't exactly. I'm an independent. I don't really support Democrats or Republicans, but there's a couple things I liked about Trump's platform. Like maybe 2 things. All the rest, the dude's nuts. He's crazy. He's out of control. And
Sir, did you vote for Trump?
No.
Okay.
No, you couldn't
So
pay
why?
You couldn't.
What of his platforms could you possibly be supporting?
Well, it's not really so much his platform; it's just really America. I am not a fan of illegals coming across. I don't mind immigrants. Immigrants are cool. The thing is that because at the end of the day, we're all immigrants, really, in the larger scheme of things. We really are. Our ancestors, they came here, boats, however. I don't like the idea of a bunch of people coming in illegally. We do have legal protocols to follow. Those that follow them, hey, come stay as long as you want. We're a melting pot. That's how we were built. That's how we became great. But for folks that come across illegally, ship them out. That's the only part of his platform that I really would say I'm good with.
That's not
Now,
really
the
a
way he's
platform,
doing-
sir. That's just the law that's been followed the whole time. That's not a Donald Trump platform. That is literally just following Title 8 and the laws of the United States that
Yeah,
say that
Title 8.
if you're undocumented, that you are can be subject to deportation. The question is not whether people should be deported or anything like that. First of all, Joe Biden didn't let people in that were undocumented. People were able to sneak in. People have always been able to sneak into this country. It's happened.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
needed better
Yeah.
laws and all that sort of stuff. Laws that Joe Biden tried to pass and was stopped by Donald Trump. More,
Yep. Yep.
more immigration enforcement that was stopped by Donald Trump. But more
Yep.
importantly,
It
sir,
was.
it doesn't come really down to whether people should be deported or not, or whether people should be allowed to come into this country illegally or not. The question is for the people that are already here and already established in the United States, what are the negative
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
effects? What are the negative effects of deporting them? That is the issue. All right. And there are tons of negative effects, that would happen if we were to deport even so much as 10% of the undocumented immigrants that are in this
Yep.
country.
Okay. Give me one founding basis of your premise.
Sure. Undocumented immigrants paid $95 billion in state, local, and federal taxes in just 2024. And the Penn Wharton College just did a study that showed that if we were to deport even 10% of the undocumented immigrants currently during
Yep.
over the next 4 years, that we would lose something about $24 billion in Social Security that would be going to American citizens.
Yep. Yep. That would be about right. The thing is, for me, it's still fundamental. If someone did not take the legal process to come here, I don't think they should be here.
Well, sir, if someone
what it
didn't
comes
take the
down
legal
to.
process in order to get here for whatever reason, maybe they didn't have a legal way of coming to this country. Maybe they didn't qualify for a certain way, but they were still in fear, or they still, were trying to make safety for their families. Okay. Yeah, you can say like on some type of like moral ground that they shouldn't be here, but at that same time, sir, I don't see that same fervor for other misdemeanors that we have in our country. Do you have that same fervor for how we should lock up all people that are jaywalking?
No, because I don't think jaywalking should be an arrestable offense.
Okay, but those
But
are about the
but
same
you don't
level
really
of
equate.
crime according to U.S. law. They're both misdemeanors, and I believe they're both Class C misdemeanors. And undocumented entry is literally a civil offense within our country. So according to the law, there's really not much difference. Okay. And again, sir, while I'm not saying that we should just abandon our laws and we shouldn't have strong border security. I believe that
Well,
we
that's what it
100%.
sounds like, though.
No, but it doesn't sound like that, sir. There is a difference between understanding that we should have strong border security, but also understand that there is a large group of people, estimated about, between 11 and 12 million undocumented immigrants that have
Mhm.
entered this
Mhm.
country
Yep.
over the
Mhm.
last 50 years. And these people have jobs, they pay taxes, they have family in this country.
Yes,
Okay.
they do.
They are very strong members of our economy. Again, they pay a just obnoxious amount of taxes into our system. Okay.
They do.
A lot of
Yes.
times they work jobs that American citizens don't want to work, and they'll
That's
do
true.
those jobs and all sorts of stuff. So removing those people who have become this integral part, okay, still has incredibly negative effects on US citizens, on the US economy, and it hurts them. So if it hurts them and it hurts us, then why should we do it? Why should we implement policy in the United States that hurts American citizens and migrants simultaneously? What is the good of that?
It's already law, as you've already said. They shouldn't be here.
Well, sir, slavery was the law of the land for a long time, and we changed it because slavery was wrong. So I'm not asking you as far as the law is concerned. I'm asking you why we would implement policy that would hurt US citizens and migrants. If it's not helping anyone, then why would we do it?
Well, someone that's illegal isn't really a migrant. They are a criminal, and they should be returned to the country they came from. Yeah.
Raj, so you again believe that for everybody who jaywalks is now a criminal.
I never said that.
Well,
I
sir,
said
but
that
you're
someone
saying
that
that
can-
you're saying that somebody that entered the United States is a criminal, and so therefore, and they've committed a misdemeanor that is not unlike jaywalking or a speeding
it.
ticket. Okay.
Yes, okay.
But we find a way in our society in order to have people that commit these low level crimes, right? We shouldn't, find a way to lock up every 4-year-old who sneaks out of out of Walmart with a Snickers bar. We shouldn't find a way to track them down because the letter of the law says that they committed a theft, and we should prosecute them to the full extent of the law and make sure that we prosecute them and put them in jail, right?
Well, of course not. But as you so
But why not?
eloquently have illustrated, different laws, right, have different applications, and times do change, of course. I can openly admit that. But at the same time, it's all subjective. And we as a people have to go about examining our laws and the way that we apply them. And when it
Great
comes
point.
to immigration, I'm looking at the people that come here illegally. They shouldn't be here. Get them out. I'm not saying lock them up. I'm saying send them back home. I
Why?
don't want them
And
persecuted. I
sir,
don't want them ripped from their families. I don't want
sir,
them hurt in any way, shape,
I
or form.
understand
I
your
want them
point.
sent home.
We're
Yeah.
past that. Okay. The point
Okay.
is, I understand that you want them deported and sent home. My
Yeah.
question is, why do you want them sent home? Okay. Because it's not a matter of just because it's a crime. Okay. Because you've already shown very, very clearly that you don't believe that
Mhm.
we should follow the law all the way to every extent of the crime just because it happens. That everything
Yeah,
has context within it, that there is subjectiveness when it comes to our laws and how we
that is
apply
correct.
the law within the United States, right? You don't want
Agreed.
everybody
Yes.
that's jaywalked to automatically go to jail, or everyone who's getting a speeding ticket to automatically go to jail or get locked up, right?
Agreed.
And the
Agreed.
reason
Yes.
why we don't want that, okay, is because that's not really good for anybody, right? If we locked up every jaywalker, we would be, spending a whole bunch of tax money on jail, on, a prison system to house people that weren't
Yep.
violent, right? That didn't do any
Right.
crime
Right.
that was violent, right? And
Right.
a civil infraction, that's something that could be handled within a court of law and be dealt with on a lower level. And we allow people to then stay in their homes, stay with their families, stay contributing to our society, not lose their jobs, not lose their houses, not lose any of the things that, are crucial to, that are crucial to not just, their lives, but the government's purpose and America as a whole, as the citizens, right? And that's why
Right.
we
Right.
have subjectivity when it comes to these things. So
Exactly.
you've already exhibited that you are totally okay with exhibiting some type of, logic and reasoning, okay, and
Yeah.
subjectivity
Yeah.
to our law. So when we're
Yeah.
talking about a law that if we were to enforce deporting every single undocumented immigrant that was in this country, okay, we would have
Yeah.
detrimental negative effects to the U.S. economy. We would have detrimental negative effects to to Social Security. Okay, we would have detrimental negative effects to our job market, to our consumer prices. We would have horrific effects to all different facets of American lives for Americans, for U.S. citizens. Okay, so why
Yep. Yep.
can you not apply that same subjectivity to this type of law and understand that, okay, it makes more sense, more logic to make sure that U.S. citizens are taken care of by not trying to make this huge, mass deportation act.
Because these people are not U.S. citizens.
So again, sir, I'm not asking about whether they're U.S. citizens, and I'm going to ask you again because I need you to listen, okay?
No, I
I am
already
not
understand what you're saying.
asking
No,
whether they
hear me out.
committed.
I get what you're saying, bro.
Then why
I get
aren't
what
you
you're
answering
saying.
it? Because I've
I,
asked it 3 different ways and you've refused to answer the question. Okay.
because you're trying.
I'm
You're
no,
making
I'm
you're trying to
I'm
make a correlative point. That
I'm not
really
trying to make
is
any
a
type of relative point.
non-starter.
I'm trying to ask you
Yes,
a
you are.
question and
Yes,
you're
you are. Yes,
refusing
you
to
are.
yeah, stop crashing out, sweetheart. Okay.
Oh,
I am trying
dude, I'm
to
not
make
crashing out at
you
all,
are.
and there's no need
You
for ad
are.
hominem attacks.
Well, okay, then
Just stick
stop
to the
crashing
point.
out like a child and then we can.
I am definitely not crashing out. I
You
am
are.
quite calm, and I am quite
No,
just
you're not.
fine. How about
Anyways,
you
what
just?
I've asked this
Oh,
question
are
3
you in
different
your
times.
feelings? Are
Not
you
at
in your
all, sir. I'm
feelings
trying to
here?
get you out of yours.
I'm not in mine.
Then why are you
Trust me, I am
talking over
not.
me right now?
Because
Why are
you are
why are
speaking
you
really
raising
fast
your voice
yourself.
and yelling?
Oh no, that's just my natural voice.
Your
I'm
natural
actually
voice is to raise your voice
quite
louder than
loud.
their natural
My
voice
light,
was?
my natural voice is quite loud. I'm
Well,
an
that's funny how
authoritative
you had this
gentleman.
natural voice that was very calm, and now all of a sudden your natural voice is much, much louder.
Oh,
But I
I'm
guess
just
that's
doing
just
what
your
you're doing,
natural low
Boney.
voice. But that's fine, sir.
I'm
Anyway,
just doing what
sir,
you're doing.
sir, I
I'm
really
just doing
am
what you're doing.
tired of hearing about your feelings right now, so I'm going to get back to the
Yeah.
point if that's okay with you.
Yeah, please do.
Okay,
Get back
perfect.
to the point. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
Get back
So
to
I
it.
have asked you 3
Do
different
that.
times why
Okay.
you want to hurt American citizens by doing this. Okay. I'm
Because I
not
don't
at,
think it'll
sir,
be
I'm
hurting
still
American
talking,
citizens.
but you obviously didn't hear me the first 3 times, so I'm going to repeat
No, I
myself. all the
heard
way.
you. I
Oh,
heard
so you just
You
refuse
just
to
like hearing
listen.
yourself talk. You like hearing yourself talk, which is fine. It's your
okay,
show.
little guy.
It's your show.
Go ahead and get it all out.
It's your show. It's your show. So you're trying to say that them being deported is going to hurt America for various reasons. I get that. And I understand, again, you need to make ad hominem. That's more commentary, more clicks, makes you bigger. Got it. Makes you feel bigger being a guy on there that has the mic and all that. No big deal. What I'm trying to get you to understand, man, is very, very simple. The same kind of thought process was the South made that argument when it came to abolishing slavery. And guess what? We did that, and it did not hurt anything. I'm saying, for as much projections as people try to say about Social Security, about all the taxes and everything like that, sure, we may lose revenue based off of them not being here anymore, but I still think at the end of the day, America will be a better place if illegals were gone.
Why?
Period. I just told you.
No. You just explained that you think that it would be a better place if they were gone. You didn't explain how it would be a better place if they were gone.
I think crime would go down. I think that when it comes to the quality of life of the American citizen will go up. I also think that this current generation of young Americans, American citizens, will eventually be able to enter a workforce that's less inundated, right? And they'll be able to actually afford a house a lot easier because of that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question. Lynn, can you
Go for it,
please
man.
explain to me why, under the Biden administration, when we had a higher number of immigrants here, the crime rate actually went down across the United States in every single way, shape, and form? Hold on, I'm still speaking. Okay.
And I'm
Second
listening.
of all, why is our data show that undocumented immigrants have violent crime rates 30 times lower than American citizens? So literally by deporting American citizens, you would actually be increasing the crime rate. And third of all, I would like you to explain to me how somebody who has no paperwork and no ability to rent or buy a house or rent or buy an apartment has the ability to help our housing market.
There will be a lot more. There will be a lot more available to them. I mean, if you look at the current generation of kids today, even those that are in college from affluential families, if their families turn them out, they cannot effectively afford a house. Right?
Oh, sir, I'm not arguing that people can't afford the house. Hold on, sir. Sir, hold on. Sir,
you asked me to explain. I'm trying to get
but sir, you're explaining what I didn't ask you. I didn't say can people afford houses.
You don't like the way that you don't like the tack that I'm going, but
no, you just aren't going on a path. Dude. I'm asking you one question. Did I ever say that people were better able to afford houses?
No, you didn't.
Okay. Did I ever say that the housing market was in a good shape, or that young people coming out in our society were able to buy houses, or that the housing market was good for them?
No, not at all.
Okay, awesome. So the question that I asked you, sir, is how does getting rid of people who do not have the paperwork in order to buy a house, to rent a house, to buy an apartment, to rent an apartment, how do people that have no ability to get legal housing in the United States, how is getting rid of them going to help more people buy houses?
Because our government, as it stands right now, regardless of who's in office, is a bit of a monolith. Right. And the thing of the day is there's a lot of people, especially immigrants that are illegal, they find some way to get into the cracks. Right. They find some way to end up getting funding for this grant or this government, federal federal assistance or state assistance in some way, shape, or form. And that right there, those types of programs take away, given to illegals, take away from what my kid should have or what my neighbor's kid that are American citizens could have to buy a house, regardless of whether they went to college or not, or regardless of whether they're from an affluent family or not. We taking care of these illegals, us taking upon ourselves to do that, right, gives funding, it gives resources to those illegals, and they take away from the current generation of kids, even from our older people.
Okay, I'm done with this.
Taking away from
Be
them
quiet.
Too.
First of all, my question was no.
You
first
speak
of
to me
all,
with respect, dude, I'll treat you with respect.
You're
Don't
not
disrespect
respecting me because you're not responding to my question. So since you're not respecting me,
respond to your
I will
question. You
treat
just don't
you
like the
like the
answer.
district. No, because sir, you're not answering the fucking question.
I'm not giving you a direct answer. I'm giving you
very
the answer
clearly
based
you're not
off of
giving
my
me a direct answer,
interpretation
sir,
of
because
what
you're
I
just
wanna
talking
say.
about whatever the fuck you want to talk about, and I don't want to sit here and listen to that. Let me be very clear, okay?
Oh, yes.
Let's be very clear,
Cursing is so intelligent.
Oh,
I'm trying to have an intellectual
multiple
conversation
studies
with you,
have
dude.
actually multiple studies.
You've made ad hominem
actually,
attacks.
sir, be
you need
quiet.
to curse.
All right, I'm about to
you need
mute
do all
you.
this stuff.
I'm about to mute you in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, go right ahead. Knock yourself out.
I will.
Knock yourself
Anyways, first of all, multiple studies have shown that people that curse actually are much more intelligent than people that don't. Second of all, I'm not asking your opinion, doctor.
Yeah, but you're wrong.
Okay, cool.
You're
All
wrong.
the
There's been
doctors are
studies- there's
wrong.
been
You're
studies on
right.
that, and I can prove
100%.
it.
Got
I
it.
can prove that.
Don't care. Second of all, sir, okay?
Yeah, I don't care what you're saying.
All right, now I'm muting you because obviously you want to be a child, so I'll treat you like one. So I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and then you go ahead. You're already muted, sir. I don't know why you're even talking. No one else can hear you. Yeah. So what I was going to say, and like I asked for 3 different times, is how people, for the third time, is how people that cannot buy houses, right? 3 people that cannot buy houses can't affect your housing market whatsoever. Okay. And that is why you're refusing to answer my question in every way, shape, and form, because the question actually makes sense and your rhetoric doesn't. Let's be very, very clear that undocumented immigrants cost federal taxpayers less than $40 billion last year and paid almost $100 billion. So undocumented immigrants are not taking money from American citizens. They're giving money to American citizens. They're actually putting money into our economy. They're putting money into Social Security. They're putting money into our resources. Actually, when you say that those benefits that should be going to your kids should be going to your kids, what you're not realizing is that those benefits that should be going to your kids are only there because undocumented immigrants and documented immigrants, but undocumented immigrants are actually paying that money to give those resources to your kids. Okay? Those resources don't exist for your kids without those migrants. Okay? So again, for the final time, and I will try for the last time to treat you like an adult, even though you refuse to act like one. Okay? And this will be the final time before I just move on to somebody who, has enough energy to, act like an adult. Okay? How do people that cannot buy or rent houses, how is getting rid of them going to help the housing market?
You done talking, kid? Glad you felt the need. I didn't hear a word you said. I was talking to my son while he was playing Fortnite while you were yammering about whatever. Simply put, illegal shouldn't be here. That's all. They pay less. There's no tax money from.
Oh man, I thought after that first guess, I thought we were going to get somebody smarter. And we somehow got someone dumber. That's impressive. That's impressive. If that guy had actually listened to something, then maybe he would have actually learned something. Unfortunately, people like him are too stupid to want to learn something. He's willfully ignorant. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad to live your life in a spot where you're just like, oh, you're saying things that might make sense. I am going to just completely ignore them. Very, very sad. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are absolutely awesome. I don't know. Maybe people are into their liquor cabinets tonight. I don't know, but we've had 2 absolute children start crying in this chat so far. It's been pretty wild. But MKN, thank you so much for the €5 super chat. It says, this guy lied. He's definitely a Trump supporter. Oh, yeah, 100%. And I hope that's all he was just a Trump supporter because he just sounded like, an idiot. And joining the series said, unlike Sydney Sweeney, your beard has bad genes. Oh, okay. Well, sir, if you want to pay me money to talk about my beard and my physical looks, I absolutely hate that. You should totally stop. Oh my gosh, I hate that so much. Oh, please don't do it again. Please don't send me money to talk about my beard. Oh, that sounds so horrible. Oh, how will I sleep tonight? Oh, it's gonna be so rough. See, I almost cried there. See how much I'm almost crying? Please don't do it again. It would just break my heart. All right, let's open up these phone lines. Keep this thing going. I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you? Hello? Hello?
Hello, hi.
Hi, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good. I want to debate this your host about why Mexicans and other immigrants deserve to be deported. I want to debate him about it.
You what? Why do you want to debate him about it?
I want to be professional about it because I do believe that Mexicans are, a lot of them are child abusers. They hit children. Dave, come over here. So I want to debate them about it because children. Everyone knows that Mexicans have laws in Mexico about how it's okay to hit children. So I believe that the criminals, and I also believe that other ethnicities are criminals. People who come from other countries. Textbooks say that all races, besides people who were born here, came from another country. So I believe that everyone deserves to be deported, including Donald Trump. That's my debate. Now I'm gonna be on his side about how Donald Trump is a bad person as well, but I'm not going to speak over him. I'm gonna be professional and debate only, and be professional like a presidential debate would be like. So can I please debate him? And I have other topics too on the subject.
That just took so many turns, like all just like so quickly. Like I don't even know that it went from like xenophobia. It had a tinkle of like a little sprinkle of racism in there, and then it just took a whole different turn. I'm not even sure where we're at now because it kind of turned kind of like it made sense at the very end with something about deporting Donald Trump. I'm so confused.
So I mean, the subject is that Donald Trump and everyone who is an immigrant of immigrant ethnicity, immigrant origin, deserves to be deported. That's the subject I'm trying to debate. That's all. That everyone who has parents who are or other parents, like grandparents and great grandparents who came from another country, should be deported. That's my subject. I'm in favor of Donald Trump's campaign.
Where are your grandparents and parents from?
I was born here, and I was adopted, so I don't know who my actual grandparents or parents are. That's why I have such a strong belief in deportation.
So what means that you should be here?
Because I was born here.
But you said anybody that has immigrant parents or grandparents.
Because it's logical. It's probably some kind of conspiracy about how people are. Maybe people are older than what they appear to be and say they are, so that they wanna claim that they're really just 15 and were born here, or 12 years old, or 10 years old, or even 20. But they're really older than that, so they might be claiming that just to stay in the country. It's conspiracy, like Alex Jones would say.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna mention that. I'm just gonna be professional. If you don't want me to mention that on the call on the debate, I won't. Tell me what you want me to tell me how I should summarize my thing to make it look sane. I don't mind looking sane. I'm saying it. I have a strong belief system because I'm adopted. I'm white, but I have a tan, so I look Mexican, and I've been told to get out of this country because I'm a beaner and stuff like that. But I don't mind it because I know I'm white. Cause
what just fucking happened? What in the fuck just happened?
It's insane.
What did we just do there? I don't guys, I wasn't ready for all this tonight. I'm sorry. Maybe I fucked up, okay? Like I got on and I was like, maybe it's because I had like the nice little, like live with Ari earlier. And I was like, oh, like calm and nice and all this sorts of, and then this has happened. And now I don't know what the fuck is going on. All right. Kayla, thank you so much for the $5 over on Venmo. Says, this is an ice cream sundae of crazy. And that I agree with so much. Angelina said, thank you so much for the $2. Hayla said, I like your beard. And he's still giving me money for that jet ski. That we're still saving up for that jet ski, Hayla. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Can't be mad on a jet ski. Ooh, excuse me. And Marathon says, when it comes to them, they don't want to talk. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but yeah, that I'm kind of confused. I'm sorry. All right, y'all. If you would like to support the live, Jessica just sent me $1 Venmo saying, "Where is Ashton?" I have no idea who Ashton is. Where is Ashton? I don't know who Ashton is. So I guess we're gonna keep this thing going. All right, y'all. If you like the live, I do have super chats going. I do have a little live goal today, though. I want to hit 10 new subs or members on each live. I want 10 new YT members and 2 new TikTok members or subs today. That's my goal. So if you guys want to help me hit my goal, hook me up. I appreciate that.
Insane.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, my name's Corey Lopez. Just watching your live. I am Mexican. I'm a Trump supporter, and I just like to, I guess, kind of touch on the immigration policies is all. Honestly, I really enjoy your channel. I'm a subscriber of it. You're very intelligent. You talk shit through, and you don't try to scream over people. So it's really refreshing.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, real quick, Jessica said, Ashton, as in Ashton Kutcher from Punked. I feel like we are being punked right now. That's what she meant by Ashton. Thank you so much, Jessica. I really appreciate that. All right, so you're a Mexican dude who likes Donald Trump's immigration policy, so you're just all about kicking that ladder, huh?
So I personally don't believe everyone should be kicked out of the country. What I do believe in, though, is that we need to strengthen our borders, and there's a very specific reason for that. It's just really the necessity of we don't have a, I guess, strong enough system to where we can vet who's coming in and who's coming out. I mean, my dad, he's from Mexico. He's over here illegally. He's been paying taxes for 30 years plus. And so there's a lot of hardworking Hispanics here, and if they do leave, it will break down a lot of the shit we have. But I also do believe that we need to really go hard at the violent offenders we have here, just to keep, the peace, just to keep everyone safe. I mean, we're going to have to treat them the same way we treat any other violent criminal that we have in this country.
Hold on. Sorry. And maybe I'm a little off right here. Okay. Hold on. You're a Mexican Trump supporter whose dad is here illegally, and you support Donald Trump breaking down people's doors and kicking people out of this country. So
again, see, I haven't slept in damn near 24 hours now. Got off work just a little bit ago, but let me see if I can explain this right. So I don't believe in just these regular families getting deported, the ones that are just here working, trying to make a living and whatnot, right? That's not what I support. I do support the violent offenders, getting deported.
But you're saying you support Trump, sir. Everybody supports criminals being arrested and sent to jail and then deported. That's not a Donald Trump thing. Donald Trump supports deporting your dad. Because less than 15% of the people that Donald Trump has detained or arrested or deported have had any criminal record outside of crossing the border. So I support arresting and getting rid of criminals, jailing criminals, deporting criminals. I support all of that. Donald Trump supports deporting your dad, and you support Donald Trump. Do you just not like your dad? Is that what it is?
No, I love my pops, I do. I mean, he came here the wrong way, but, he's been very respectful of the country and the laws and whatnot.
I'll make that even worse, bud. I'll make that even worse.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Donald Trump supports deporting you.
Yeah, I mean, he has, they can try, I guess.
He is actually legitimately trying, right? Because your dad is illegally here, which you've already admitted, which makes you an anchor baby, right? Which makes you, the only reason that you're a U.S. citizen is because you fall under birthright citizenship, which Donald Trump is currently trying to get rid of. Yeah, so therefore, he not only is Donald Trump trying to deport your dad, he's literally trying to deport you, and you support it.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, I'm half Mexican, half white, so either way, I have a really fucked up mentality where a lot of things don't affect me because I don't feel like I don't care about a lot of things. I don't have the empathy for it because it doesn't affect me, and I'm trying to work on that. But so when I said I support Trump, I was saying I support strengthening the border, not so much as all these mass deportations, because I understand what it does to our economy and whatnot, and how crucial immigrants are into the labor we have in the dairies and the farm workers and shit like that, and it really does prop up our economy a lot. But my main debate is right now is just, strengthening our borders and getting, our immigration policies to a point where we can vet every single person who comes through.
Awesome. So what do you suppose that our immigration policy should look like in order to make that happen?
See, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm a politician or anything, or I'm smart or anything. I just feel like we need something in place to where we can actually vet every single person who comes through the border.
Yeah, sir. We
And in
did.
order to do that, we
We've
need to put
always
it on.
vetted every single person that we've caught that's come through our border. That's not new. That's not something we need to look towards. If you get caught trying to come into the country, whether that's legally or illegally, you're vetted. That's always happened. That's not a Trump policy or a new policy. That happened under Biden. That happened under Trump's first term. That happened under Obama. That's not new. Every single person that was let into this country was vetted.
No, yeah, I know. Every person that was let in legally was vetted. That's why I'm saying we need to strengthen our border. That
Gotcha.
whole,
So
from
you
Mexico
want-
to Arizona.
You want more people at the border to be able to like stop undocumented migrants from coming in, from people sneaking around the border.
Correct.
All right, and maybe like a border wall.
Possibly, but even then it'll cost, Americans fucking millions in taxpayers' money. But
What if we gave
I don't know.
we gave the border patrol like a whole bunch of like new technology and like drones and but more, way more agents, like better vehicles so that they could patrol the border like a wall. Maybe they could actually like walk across the wall or patrol the wall.
Well,
Make sure that we stop that, add more money to things like the Coast Guard and stuff, where they would stop more undocumented immigrant coming around through like the oceans and stuff. Like would all of that sound pretty good to you?
well, I know we already have a lot of that stuff in place.
But
really,
if we made it
but-
stronger and made it better, like more border patrol agents, more wall, more technology, more all of that stuff, if we could just really put like a bunch of money and supplies and technology and effort into really putting people at the border to make sure that that we stopped more people, because then if we stop more people, then more people would be vetted, and that would be better, right?
Well, kind of. I do believe, a large portion of the immigrants that get through are because of corrupt border officials. I think we need to really be tougher on that, because even my dad told me how he got over here was a border patrol agent worked with Coyote to get him over the border.
Right,
So,
but
I
that
mean-
coyote wouldn't be able to do. So you're saying we need to have better border patrol agents, maybe give them better training, have more vetting on our border patrol agents.
Correct.
Yeah, all of that stuff was in a bill under the Biden administration that Donald Trump stopped. Yeah,
See,
all of
I
that
wa-
stuff that
oh,
I
yeah.
just talked about, every single thing that would have strengthened the border, that would have made the border better, that would have made the border stronger, that would have stopped people from coming in the country as much unvetted, like all these people that were sneaking around the border patrol. All that stuff would have happened under the Biden administration because we had a bill that would have done that, and Donald Trump stopped it.
Okay. All right. Well, feeling like I'm learning stuff. Can you possibly give me the name of that bill so I could look it
Yeah,
up
it's the
later?
Langford bill.
It's the what?
Langford bill. Yep. Langford. 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 Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Donald
Um,
Trump stopped that bill and said, "Don't pass it because I want to be able to run on a bad border, and I can't beat Biden if not. So I need you guys to not pass this bill."
Okay. Also, so I know, I think the live was named the Deporter in Chief, correct?
The divider in chief.
The Divider in Chief.
Yeah, but
All right,
let's be very clear. So you voted for the guy who stopped us from getting better border, stronger border, and more border patrol agents and more stuff at the border like you wanted. And you do support him, even though he stopped all those stronger border patrol agents, because he's trying to deport you and your dad. So why do you support Trump?
So, first of all, the whole reason I voted for him this time specifically, was because I didn't want to vote for Harris. And, I'm not going to get into the reasons why, because either way is going to make me look pretty bad. But,
Hold on. Well,
That's the main
now
reason
that
I vote
just
for him this time.
begs the question, sir. If you think that the reason that you didn't vote for Harris makes you look bad, then now I want to know, what the
Okay.
reason was. Yeah.
So I followed, the election as best as I could with my work schedule, and it seemed like every Harris rally, she would change her accents and stuff, and that just kind of weirded me out, I guess.
You mean she was code switching?
Correct.
Yeah. You mean that thing that like literally all black people do?
Well, it's not. She would change her accents depending on where she was, man. And for me,
it's
if
called
you're not
code
gonna
switching, and it's what all black people in the United States have to do because if we went to our workspaces and talked like we talk to each other at a barbecue, none of us would have jobs, and we'd be considered thugs and or gangsters because we're not apparently allowed to have our own rhetoric without looking like criminals in this country because this country is just simply racist as fuck. So what you're really just saying is you didn't want her because she was black.
Yeah, that's not all what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying, sir. Because if you're complaining about her code switching, and all black people code switch, then you're saying you didn't load it because she was black.
Okay, let me be clear. Like, I'm just gonna say one thing, and then I'll probably get off because this is gonna turn into an argument real quick.
Oh, I'm not arguing. You just said it was gonna make you look bad, and you were right.
No, it's because you're putting it to a race thing when it's way
Code
far
switching
from that.
is a race thing.
Okay.
You already said you're white presenting, which means that you don't have to code switch. I am not, which means I do. So it is a race thing. White
Okay,
presenting
tell me-
people don't have to code switch.
Okay, tell me, is this the normal voice you talk in?
Is this the normal voice I talk in? No, this is definitely my radio voice.
This is your radio voice. Okay, so you're saying that black people have to change the way they talk and all this just so that way they can get jobs in America. This yada 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 yada, right? Well, brutal honest, right now it's probably the best time for you to be black as of this day and age. I mean, you guys are fucking sympathized with. You guys are fucking upheld to a fucking high standard. I mean, you guys are always trying to be the victim, and it just perplexes the shit out of me, dude.
Yeah. Tell me all about it.
Man, I'm just saying, y'all sit here and y'all will blame everything on the white man when, simply speaking, it's up to you yourself in order to change your environment and in order to change your life. I mean, and then every time someone argues with you, you want to turn it into, see, I didn't want to fucking argue with you because you're really intelligent and you know what you're talking about. I didn't want to argue with you, but then you brought up the race thing, bro. Listen, man, this has nothing to do with race at all. The simple fact of the matter is, I don't like people changing who they are to present it to mass people. If you don't want to be yourself, then why the fuck would I support you as a president? I don't know what you're about.
Yeah. So first of all, sir, I just let you talk. I wasn't arguing with you at all. All your racist shit just came out on your own. I didn't have to argue with you or bait you into any of it. You just kind of did it on your own, which honestly makes it a lot easier for me, to be completely honest with you, if you just do it on your own. But you're saying that I wish people would just be who they are, and that's totally fine. Again, because you don't have to code switch in order to have anything happen in your life because you are white presenting. That's just a fact of the matter, sir. And whether you agree with that or not really doesn't change the reality of what people have to live with in this country. Okay. So you can freaking complain about how the country works, but honestly, the reason why the country works the way it works right now is because of the rhetoric of what people like you are saying right now, right? Like your rhetoric currently is the reason why black people have to code switch in this country. Okay. Your whole like, oh, here you're like, oh, you're trying to be a victim. No, we're not. We're trying to fit in and just live our daily lives just like everybody else. The difference is that when you wake up in the morning, you can talk and speak exactly how you speak to your friends when you're around town, or your parents, or your family when you're at a barbecue with no seasoning or whatever, or when you're at work, and you don't ever have to change any of that stuff, right? Where I do. Okay. Because if I didn't, then I wouldn't have a job. And while I would totally like very much to not have to change my rhetoric or change my tone or change the way that that I say things in order to keep a job that actually pays well in this country, right? I would very much like to not have to switch. The reality of the situation in this country right now is that I do have to do this. And since I prefer eating and, having my own house, and I prefer that my daughter also gets to eat and all that sort of stuff, I do have to code switch in order to be a part of the society in this country in a way that's, that's successful for me. You know what I'm saying? So while I agree with you, I wish that didn't have to happen. That is the reality of the situation. And you talking shit on somebody that is code switching because that's what she's had to grow up in. I'm 38. She's 60 years old, right? Which means that the racism that is involved in this country, right, has affected her much more than it's affected me, right? When she was growing up with the racism that happened in this country, it was more significant than the racism that I had to grow up with in this country. And it's more significant than which mine is going to be more significant than what my daughter is having to grow up with in this country, right? And thankfully for that, right? I am glad that we are improving. I don't have a problem with that at all, right? But saying that somebody that grew up in this country, what's really crazy? You know what we were reading on? So I'm gonna just say something real quick because I think it's kind of crazy, right? If you guys saw my podcast earlier, right? We our product our pod. Oh shoot! Hold on. Yeah. Our podcast that we had going on earlier is called the Loving Precedent, right? Do you know what Loving v. Virginia is?
I think I learned about it in school, but I
All right, what is
remember
it then?
Like I just told you, I think I learned about it in school, but I don't remember it.
Okay, well, let me educate you. It was pretty much the Supreme Court decision that dealt with interracial marriage and saying that you can't deny interracial, marriage between couples of different races in this country because it goes against the Equal Protection Act of the Constitution, right? You know when that was signed?
No.
And correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe it was 1967. Okay, 1967. And I'll wait for chat to correct me because I'm pretty sure that was the correct year. 67. Damn, I'm good. 1967. So, if I'm 38 and I was born in 1986, okay, and Kamala Harris is 60, which makes her 21 years older than me, right? When she was born, there was multiple places in the United States right now in which interracial marriage wasn't legal. But you want to be like annoyed that she's doing things that have been affected due to her race?
Never said annoyed. I just said I didn't agree with it.
Well, I don't agree with it either, sir, but it's the reality. And for you to pick someone who's trying to deport you and your dad over somebody because they are a product of with the environment in which they lived in is pretty sad.
Well, it's the beauty of America. We can all have our own opinions, right?
Yeah. And I'm telling you that your opinion is sad.
Okay. I can't change your view on that. It's totally your prerogative.
Yeah.
I do want to point out, though, that I'm not white. What did you say, white presenting?
You're the one who said you were white presenting, not me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Those words never came out of my mouth.
No, you didn't say those words
half Mexican, half
specifically.
white.
Yeah, you didn't say those words specifically. You didn't say presenting. You said you're half Mexican, half white, and that you look white, and so there's a lot of things that you don't have to deal with as far as that from being white. That's exactly what you said. The correct terminology for that is called white presenting. Okay, I'm sorry that I used terminology that you weren't familiar with, but you very much described what white presenting means, and that's totally fine. I'm not arguing with the fact that you're white presenting, and I'm not saying that you being white presenting is a bad thing. Okay, it's not a bad thing.
No, but what I'm saying is I never said that I looked white.
Yes, you did.
I promise you I didn't, sir.
Sir, trust me, I've already decided there's going to be about 4 different clips made out of our conversation. Okay. And
Yeah.
I will totally post
Okay.
them on this account tomorrow. Okay. I have never in
Yeah.
my fucking life literally have someone come up here and advocate for the deportation of their dad and themselves in a singular conversation, which is fucking wild. Trust me, me talking to you tomorrow is going to get like so many views.
Okay.
It's going to be fucking
And
awesome.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're
Yeah.
you're
but-
really sad. But sir, hey, you know what?
Again,
Here's
never
what I
said
will
that.
say. Okay, here's what I will say. Okay. If you want to get you and your dad deported so bad, then I hope it works out for you, okay?
Okay, man.
All right. Well, have a good one. Enjoy South Sudan. Doo-doo. Enjoy South Sudan. I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, y'all, if you like to support the live, like I said, I'm trying to get 10 new members on YouTube, 10 new subscribers on TikTok. If you like support, become a member, become a subscriber, or gift some subs or memberships. That'd be a great way to support me today. I really, really appreciate you. Also, I do have super chats. I'm going to go through a few right now. Well, actually, I only got one on that one. It said, wait, can't lie, you have the goofiest beard ever. Oh no, please, please. Oh no, I can't. I'm such a soft little liberal. You see these soft hands? They're so soft. Please take these soft little liberal hands and please stop sending me money for talking about my beard. It's the worst. I can't take it. It's the worst thing. See these soft liberal hands? They just can't take it. They just can't take it. Oh, please. For the love of God, if one more person sends me maybe a $10 super chat about my beard and how much they hate it, oh my gosh, that would get me so bad. Oh, that would just absolutely destroy me. Please don't send me a 10 or maybe a $20 super chat to tell me about my beard. That would just ruin me. That would just absolutely ruin me. SMGL says, I'm trying to get into your call. It's not working because I haven't reopened up the phone lines yet. I'll pick them up in 1 second. I appreciate that. Yeah, ruins my day, guys. Ruins my day. Grace, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships on YouTube. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is so freaking sweet of you. Thank you so much. And Mystic, thank you so much for the gifted. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. I really, really appreciate that. Make sure you guys throw a W in the chat if you just got a gifted from one of those, whether Mystic or Grace. Really appreciate that. That means, man, I'm sorry, these YouTubers, man. I wanted 10 and 10. YouTube is 6 ahead of TikTok right now, so I think they might pull out the win. We'll see what's happening. I need 4 more on YouTube, still need 10 more on TikTok. We'll see who gets there first. But thank you guys so much for the gifteds. I really appreciate that. Carolyn, thank you so much for the $10 Venmo also. That herd dude. They got it. The herd dude.
It's insane.
I know. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that, though. Thank you so much, Carolyn. That's very, very sweet. All right, let's open up these phone lines. Let's get this thing going. Keep this thing moving. Hello, how are you? More importantly, y'all, make sure you guys hit those sub and follow buttons. Oh, the beard dude. The beard dude. Not the herd dude, the beard dude. Yeah. That's what it is. Hello, how are you?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I am 37 years old.
Awesome. Do you sport truck?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, first of all, I want to tell you a little bit about myself.
I don't want to hear it. Why did you sport truck?
I support him because I'm also a Christian, and I also believe that, we have to be grateful to be here. And if we get sent back down there, there's nothing wrong with that. We don't belong here. We just got to be grateful that God gave us the opportunity to be here.
What does God say about immigrants? Hold on. Are you an immigrant?
Yes, sir. I'm illegal here.
Is this a fucking? Am I getting trolled today? Is that what's going on?
No, sir. I'm just giving you my opinion.
Am I getting? This has to be a fucking joke, right?
It's not a joke, dude.
Yeah, sorry, no way. After the last dude was trying to get him and his dad deported, there ain't no way I'm believing that the next guy is literally an illegal immigrant talking about freaking wanting to get deported if it has to. There ain't no fucking way. There just ain't no fucking way. There ain't no fucking way. Bro, hold on. I just saw a comment over there. I gotta try to put this comment up if I can find it real quick. There it is. Hold on. No, that's not the right one.
Oh,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I just wanted to call in and just say,
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
24.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Well, I don't support Trump, but I am a Republican, so.
All right. Well, if you don't support Trump, then you might actually be a real Republican. So I have no argument with you.
I feel like there's still some things I would disagree with you on because I do support him in some ways.
I'm sure there is, sir. But if you don't support Trump, then you're fine with me. I'm sure I could talk to anybody and have some type of disagreement with them. But I'm specifically looking for Trump supporters right now. But I do appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you? Hello?
Hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Good.
I can. Sweet.
Awesome.
I'm wonderful, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
I am a big believer on his gender policies.
His gender policies? And what
like
gender
that.
policies has he passed?
Not past what he wants to do. I'm a
Well,
big
that's
fan
not a
of what he wants
policy.
to do.
You said his policy. I was asking what policy.
Well,
So you're
the
saying
policies he would like. I'm a big fan of the policies he wants to imply, or you know what I'm talking about. Introduce.
No, I don't. What policies does he want to imply or introduce?
The whole thing of the no transgenderism in school, keep classrooms for learning, not about what you feel like or who you want to stick your wiener in. So I'm trying to keep it PG for like PG-13.
Yeah, awesome. Can you please show me
it?
in which state we have curriculum in which, endorses people that are transgender?
Well, I went to school.
Oh, me
years
too.
ago, and
Awesome. So
yeah,
can you
well,
please show me in
a
which
few years ago.
school district has policies that endorse people being transgender?
It's not endorsed, but they're promoting.
All right, awesome. Can you please show me in which curriculum they are supporting it?
It's not. You know as well as I do. It's not in the curriculum.
So if it's
very
not
well
in a
aware.
curriculum,
But it's
then
being allowed in schools.
Oh, it's being
School is not a
allowed
place-
in schools.
School
So
is
if it's
a
not
place for-
if it's not
for
part of the
feelings, it's a place for
curriculum,
learning.
then what is Donald Trump exactly going to do? Because let's also be clear: who controls curriculum?
The education department.
Which education department?
Well, as of right now, it's the federal education department.
Incorrect. That would be the state
And then-
that would be the state education department. Each state controls their own curriculum.
Yes.
So
Well,
therefore,
yes.
Donald Trump
But
making a
there's
policy
there's a
about
federal,
state.
there's a federal set guideline that they all have to follow.
Not as far as curriculum. No, there's minimum standards that they have to meet according to the federal government.
Correct.
When it comes to things
would
like
be-
math and reading and all that sort of stuff, there's plenty of federal minimums that they have to meet, but none of that decides their curriculum, and sure as hell none of it decides inside the classroom what they support that somehow is not part of a curriculum and not part of any school board decision and not any of that. So again, sir, what policy is Donald Trump going to make that's going to affect anything?
So the classes offered in my high school was there was a gender studies class that you could take for a credit.
So you are now trying to have Donald Trump stop electives that you chose to take?
That's not there's no, whether somebody wants to be a fucking attack helicopter or a he, she in the middle, that's not biology.
Well,
That's
sir,
not-
you didn't
that's
elect to
emotional.
take
That's not-
biology. Biology is a required course. You chose.
Correct.
You chose
Correct.
to take gender studies, and gender studies is not biology, right? Because if gender studies was biology, then we wouldn't have gender studies because you'd already take biology. So you chose specifically to study gender, and now you're mad that you chose
No,
to
I
take a
didn't-
course on
I
gender.
didn't choose. I didn't choose to.
So
I
you didn't
didn't
take the
choose to go to that
class.
class. I was forced to take the class.
No, there is absolutely zero freaking.
Yes.
All right, awesome. What state are you in?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Let's take a look. Easy stuff.
Pennsylvania.
Our
I was,
students.
there was,
No, it's fine,
there
sir.
was
I'll get
no
there in a second.
other-
Don't worry.
There
No,
was
no.
no
Our
other
students
elective credit for
Required
that
to
semester
take
that
gender
I
studies
could take. So either I missed out on a credit.
in Pennsylvania.
So either I missed out on a credit.
Yeah, no problem,
Or-
sir. No, gender studies is not a required subject for all students in Pennsylvania. Well, while some colleges and universities may offer gender studies courses as electives or part of specific degree programs, there is no statewide mandate requiring all students to take gender studies. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's look at. You said high school, right? Let's take a look even.
So-
Let's get
so,
more.
okay.
Let's get even
So-
more specific. No gender studies is not a mandatory subject in Pennsylvania high schools. While according to the Sex Education Collaborative, while Pennsylvania requires instructions on sexually transmitted diseases, including HIV and abstinence, along with appropriate materials and prevention strategies, there is no specific requirement for gender studies. Additionally, some proposed legislation aims to restrict discussion of gender identity and sexual orientation in schools, particularly in younger students. So again, I can't even see if I can find, let's see, can you take gender studies in high school in Pennsylvania? That's a great question. Let's go with that one. It can be offered as an elective or integrated into other subjects. So therefore, again, perfect. So you were not in any way required to take gender studies. You chose to take gender studies, and because you chose to take something you didn't like. You want Donald Trump to come in and make your decision for you next time? Are you not a big boy? Can you not make your decisions on your own?
So would you please allow me? I'm not going to yell.
I don't need you to yell at all, sir. I'd like you to say something that's truthful, though.
So when I was picking in my 11th grade year, I was picking my classes. I put in for art, music history study, it was about music history. And I put in for a martial arts class. Those classes were full. I put in late. Those classes were full. So my options were I could take a study hall and need an extra credit, or I get stuck in this class. And
so you chose to take it.
To get stuck in the class to get a credit so I could graduate on time.
So you
Instead of
chose
having
to
go
take
summer
it.
school.
So let me get this straight. You ever heard this before? It's something that I learned a long time ago. Okay. It's that a lack of planning on your part doesn't constitute an emergency on mine.
Yeah, I know that saying.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so your inability to pick electives on time and your inability to have enough credits to make sure that you passed your classes on time is not my fucking problem. Yeah. Okay, did you pass the class though?
Barely, but I passed.
Okay, what'd you learn?
I learned that it's in my not so professional opinion, it's a fucking mental illness.
Awesome. So what did you learn as far as gender studies? Because I didn't ask you what you learned as far as mental illness. I asked you what you learned as far as gender studies.
Yeah, I learned that the class was fucking dumb. And
gotcha.
It was
so
about
you can't tell me
feelings.
one singular thing you learned in this entire gender studies class. That's pretty impressive. Not a singular thing was learned in this entire gender studies class that you supposedly were forced to take somewhere in high school.
Yeah.
Awesome.
sounds
What
about
is
right,
gender?
Gender is male or female. Gender is your gender, male or female.
Mm,
That's what it is.
yeah.
Because if you look, if you happen to go online and go to the
Sure, I'm
Internet
not asking for you
Archive
to go online. I'm literally
about
asking for you to tell me
20
what you learned in your gender studies class. Because to be completely honest with you, I have taken a gender studies class and I know what is taught in a gender studies class. And what you're saying definitely isn't taught anywhere in near a gender studies class, because literally the first thing they teach you in gender studies class is to be able to define what gender is, and you're doing a god awful job at that. Like, got like the worst job. Like, I'm pretty sure like somebody who's never even been on this
so
planet or met a human
in,
could do a better job of
in,
like deciding.
in
But I have a
in
better
the
question, sir.
short-term
I have a better question.
short-term
I have a better
definition,
question. I have a better question,
short-term
sir.
definition,
So
it's the reference to the social aspect
yeah,
of
nice Google,
the
sir. Can I ask you a
representation of
question?
the
Are you
male or
trans
female
now?
sex. No, I wish, because then my life might be easier.
Yeah.
Than being
Okay. So awesome. So your gender
being a
studies
mixed
class.
man.
So your gender studies class did not turn you trans.
No, but
Well, there we
I
have
have
it,
a
y'all.
friend who
Not only in your
in the
gender
class.
studies class, not only in this gender studies class that he was somehow forced to take in a state that, you know, doesn't require him to be forced to take this class, whatever, in a state that it was an elective in which he was somehow forced to take an elective because he failed to plan or whatever. He took a gender studies class in which he learned absolutely nothing. And at the end of all of it, he still didn't turn trans. That's crazy. I hope Donald Trump bans this super, super fast. There's no way our humanity can make it past this, right? There's no way we can make it past this. One guy who somehow accidentally ended up in a class and now isn't trans and doesn't know what gender is. Man, this is gonna be this. I don't know how we'll recover as a society. We're probably doomed.
I'd probably agree with you, you know. Just end of the world. End of the world.
Mm-hmm.
However, you are a very intelligent man, and I definitely
From all
do
those gender
appreciate it.
studies classes I took.
That's funny. That's a good one. That was funny as shit. I'm going to donate you a sub for taking your time to have a chat with me, because I do appreciate your time, because you don't have to talk to us. I do want to though, one last point that you made a little earlier. I'm mixed. So I grew up in a town called Chester. It's the ghetto. You can have a look. This is my regular voice. This is how I talk to people. Try to be in a very respectful manner. Even if not intelligent, it's respectful. I don't change the way I talk. It's not something you have to do. You may say it is. I've never in my life found that I need to change the way I talk.
And sir, that could be
myself.
totally possible. And to be completely honest with you, the way that I talk is generally acceptable amongst society, regardless of where I go. Now, hold on. You're cutting me off well before I'm finished with my point. Okay. The way that I talk also, okay, is a way that I don't generally have to code switch. There are certain times in my life when I do have to code switch. Okay, that is very true. But generally, the way that I talk, I do not normally have to code switch. Okay, but discounting, okay, people who may have grown up in different situations, especially like right now, like I live in the South, right? And people in the South, especially Black people in the South, right? They have very specific accents. Okay, and that accent, right, amongst especially white people in the South, right, is considered to be wrong, right? It's considered to, be, unintelligent, even though that's very incorrect, but it is. All right. So I do have to code switch in certain times. I don't have to code switch as much as some people do. Okay. And I'm not trying to pretend like I do. Okay. And you, honestly, to be completely honest with you, probably do code switch a little bit and just don't realize it. Okay. And just being honest with you, we code switch for all sorts of situations, right? Like I might code switch fucking with two different groups of black people that I'm talking to. Just slightly. You know what I'm saying? Just in the way the rhetoric I use, the way I talk, and the mannerisms I have, right? Or two different groups of white people, right? I might code switch in between them just slightly. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? If you talk to your friends the same way you talk to your boss, then you either have some really shitty friends or a really good boss. Okay? I don't know which one it is.
So I always try and be respect. I give everybody try to give everybody the same amount of respect. I always try and give my friends, my boss, everybody. I come into work. Hey, buddy, how you doing? What's going on? How you doing? I give everybody the same.
What do you do?
I work in pest control.
You work in pest control.
So
You
I'm
ever
in
answer the
people's
phone for
houses.
your company?
Yeah.
You do. Do you go, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing today?
Depending on if it's
Or
a man
do you
or a
go
woman, yeah.
freaking J&J Pest Control? How may I help you today?
Well, no, not really. I don't genuinely.
Yeah.
Because when I come and see my boss, how you doing, buddy? Hey, sir.
No, I'm
When
not
I
talking
answer
about
the
that.
phone
I'm
for
talking
you,
about when you
"Hello,
answer the
sir,"
phone
and-
for your company. Do you talk to them like you're answering a phone for a friend, or do you talk to them like a customer?
I talk to him like I would talk to anybody else.
Okay, well then
Except
you
for the
probably
fact that
either
I
A,
add,
are
hey-
lying, B, don't actually answer the phone, or 3, have, again, really, really shitty friends, sir. But the truth of the matter is that we all do that, right? We all change the way that we're talking when we're in the certain situations
I'll
in that
pretend
we're
you like
in.
I'm answering the phone for my company, minus the name, because I don't want to put that on the internet, obviously. Hey, this is Antonio with blah, blah, blah pest control. How can I help you?
Yeah, exactly what I said, sir. Do you answer the phone for your friends like that? Or do you go, what's up, bro?
Normally I say, yo, how can I help you?
You say, yo, Cal,
What
can I
can I
help
do
you
for
to
you?
your friends?
Yo, what can I do for you? Yo, how can I help you?
Yeah, you say, yo,
It's usually
you say, yo, what's good, man? How's it going? Your friend, you're talking to them differently than you talk at your place of business, okay? You
and at that same
change
point,
the
white people do
way,
that shit
sir,
too.
you change the way that you speak when you are talking to different people. Every
White people do
single
that shit too.
person on this planet
White people do that.
does
shit.
that. White
So,
people do
but-
that.
but
Black people do
before
that.
you
You
were
are
making it
100% correct,
You
sir.
were making it. No,
You
no,
are
no.
100%
You were making
correct.
it like we did that shit. You're making it look like we did that.
I don't know who
shit
the fuck
ourselves.
we are.
That- I'm mixed.
I don't care.
Yeah,
You think because
you're
we're
making it like,
you think
only
you think
black
you
people do it
think
'cause
because we're
oppressed.
you
We're not
think
fucking
you think
oppressed.
because we had different race parents that we're the fucking same. We're not, dude. We're not the fucking same, man. But there is no we.
But you're making it out to be like all black people have to change the way they talk because we never get a fucking job. Yeah, fucking we do. But I grew up in a fucking poverty-stricken neighborhood, and you know what I fucking did? I got out. I didn't do drugs. I could have done drugs. I didn't sell drugs. I didn't get into a gang. You don't have to do that shit. There is fucking everybody goes to the excuse, oh, I'm oppressed because I'm black. I'm not fucking oppressed. I'm half black. So what the fuck difference does it make?
Nigga, you just
I'm
code
not
switched
afforded
on me
anything different
during this
than my
conversation.
neighbor.
Nigga, you just code switched on me in this conversation.
I'm getting upset.
Yeah, and you started talking to me different. You just code switched on me in this conversation. I just listened to you fucking code switch on me. I literally just listened to you fucking code switch on me. Dude, I just fucking you literally just did it in this fucking conversation. You literally you went from I can't even say what kind of fucking conversation. You went to talking to me like I'm fucking one of your little fucking white boyfriends to fucking talking to me fucking different just in that fucking second. It just fucking happened. You just code switched on me. Are you just now a piece of shit? Should I have no respect for you since you just code switched on me?
Damn. Shit. I dig it. You know what? That's fair.
Does it mean you're less intelligent or less qualified to freaking talk to me or do something or be a person or do anything because you just code switched on me? No, of course it fucking doesn't. You got fucking upset and you fucking, I don't know, reverted to your roots a little bit, I guess you would say. Okay? And guess what? Hey, and dude, guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? Stop pretending like you're better than somebody or that you're better than somebody or that you're special or anything like that because you think you don't code switch. You code switch just like everybody fucking else, especially black people in this country. And guess what? You can say you're mixed all you want, you're fucking black. Okay? You are black in this fucking country because race is a social construct, just like gender is a social construct in this fucking country. You are fucking black and you are trying to fit in to this fucking society and this community and this social construct in which we have in this fucking country, just like fucking everybody else's. Okay? And there's nothing,
people don't have to do that, though.
and they don't generally. Okay? They don't generally. Okay? But you do and you just did. Okay.
Sure.
And here's the thing.
saying,
No,
though-
hold on. No, I'm not going to continue this with you, brother.
Okay.
I'm not, because
ahead.
here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem with it is that you're denying that it happens, not that you did it. There's no problem with the fact that you did it. The problem is that you're trying to pretend like you don't. Okay. It's all good, dude. It's not a big deal, bro. Like, truly, it's not. All right? It's truly not. Okay? It's not a big deal. But anyways, I hope you have a good day. I'm going to move on to the next caller, but
You
have a
as
good one,
well.
all right?
Enjoy the rest of your night.
All right. You too, man. Bye.
I'm going to donate you a sub.
Thank you. I think that'll put me at like 8 cuz I did get one more donated. I did get one. I think Mystic donated another one. Mystic, thank you so much for the second donation. We just got up to 7 new gifted members over on YT over here. Thank you so much. We only need 3 more to hit that goal. We still need all 10 on TikTok because we need all 10 because we're 7 out of 10 there. Yeah, whatever. We need all 10. Shay, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm clipping the fuck out of that conversation tomorrow. I can't forget. Y'all don't let me forget. Okay? Y'all, please don't let me forget tomorrow to clip the hell out of that. Because, bro, I have so many clips for tonight. That is wild. That is wild. Bro, dude, stop. Like, thank you so much, Shay. I really appreciate that. And SMLG, thank you so much for the gifted. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're only 2 away. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm gonna leave that up for a second. Yeah, dude, it's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay. You're allowed to code switch, man. You're allowed to code switch. I think that's the first time this is, and like, yeah, maybe it's considered a code switch, you know what I'm saying? But like, truthfully, like, dude, this is a show. Tara, why can't you gift over here on TikTok? Ryan said the same thing last night. Said he couldn't gift on TikTok. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on. Like, truly. Until there's 50, I still can't. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why you guys, I don't know what's going on with the gifting. I truly don't. I truly don't. But T Freezy, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Guys, give me 2 seconds, please. All right, sorry. That was reached the daily limit. That's so weird. Anyways, sorry about that, y'all. We're good. We're about to move on to the next caller. We actually have had some fun callers today. We definitely have had some fun callers. I'll tell you that much. And Kingpin Vince Island. I don't know why that's not showing up over here, but thank you so much for the membership over there. I really appreciate that. They were at 9. I don't know what's going on with the gifted. I truly don't. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. Heck yeah, I've been trying to call for a minute. Sorry about that.
You made it. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. How old are you?
So, where to even start?
You start with
I
how
guess we
old
could
you
start-
are, because that's what I asked you.
Oh, my bad. You didn't ask me that, did you?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I am 29.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Mostly. There's some stuff I don't agree with, but I'm not gonna lie. I would say the risk or the good sides outweigh the bad sides.
Awesome. So what is going on that's good?
With the good, there's the border. I would say that 40% of illegal women have been reported to be raped through the coyotes that bring them up to the U.S. That is not a pro-feminist argument whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I think that being blindly virtuous to people that are not documented in this country is an extremely dangerous thing, considering that the U.S. has so many
What
enemies.
the fuck are you talking about? Being
Like-
blindly virtuous to people that are illegal in this country? First of all, that's not happening. Second of all, you're
That
saying
is happening.
no,
when
it's
you're
not
being virtuous,
happening. No, it's not happening. But let's start with the first claim that you made, that there is a certain number of people that are being sexually assaulted at the border by coyotes and other people that are coming across.
Yes.
So you disagree with, undocumented migrants and people that are being snuck over by coyotes, correct?
that would count as illegal immigration, yes.
That would be a part
So
of
I'm
illegal
anti-
immigration. Hold on, sir. But that would be a part of illegal immigration, and that would be the part in which they are crossing the border, and that's the problem that you have a problem with, correct? Because once people are already in the country and they're already established here, that's not happening. They're not dealing with coyotes, right?
You're putting a lot of words in my mouth.
No,
What
sir.
trying
I'm
to
literally
say is
just
I
making a
am
statement.
anti-
No, sir.
I am
Sir, I'm
anti-
sorry that I'm asking for clarity on what you're saying. You're saying that
You're
your
just trying to
problem.
troll, man.
No, sir. I'm saying that you're saying that your problem when it comes to immigration, sir. If sir, you said it. I'm not trying to put anything in your mouth. I am literally just repeating back to you what you're saying. You're saying that your problem with undocumented migration is the sexual assault of women being brought over by coyotes, okay, across the southern border. That's your issue, correct?
My issue is that to begin with, it's not a safe process.
I agree with you. It's
nearly
not a
half
safe
of the
process at
women-
all. I agree with you
I am
100%.
Anti-illegal immigration. So I am anti-illegal immigration.
So am I.
Okay, and
So what
look
do you think we
at
should
the
do to fix
border.
that?
What has changed? What has changed? What did Biden magically do at the end of his term that made everyone just not come over the border? What fixed the border,
he
buddy?
shut down legal immigration.
He did not shut down illegal immigration.
No, he shut down legal immigration. Yeah, that's what he did. He signed an executive order that limited the amount of people that were coming into the country under asylum-seeking laws and other refugee laws at the southern border, which reduced the amount of encounters and apprehensions at the southern border. I'm not saying whether you agree with it or not. You asked what he did, and I'm telling you what he did. And what has Donald Trump done since he got in office?
Well, like I said, he has practically fixed the border. Can I tell you?
No, I'm not asking you whether he practically fixed it. I'm asking you exactly what he's done.
I guess you could say put fear into. Well, no, actually, you told me what he's done. You told me what he's done. He freaking he made legal immigration illegal. There is no legal immigration. You just said that, correct?
No, I did not.
Bullshit. Okay. So here's the thing. The Western world has a lot of enemies, dude. We got practically every fucking country
That's real
in the
cute,
Middle
sir.
East
What
that's
has
not a
Donald
fan
Trump
of us.
done
We
as
have,
far as
we
immigration
have,
since
no,
he's been out?
listen to me,
No,
buddy.
you listen to me and
No,
answer my
you
question.
no,
I've
we have
asked you this
Russia. We
question
have
twice.
Russia. Russia's not our friend. China's
Oh
not our
shit!
friend.
Really?
Okay?
Russia's
Why,
not our friend?
dude? Have you ever
Oh
seen
my
the Peter
god,
Santinello
that's
documentary?
fucking crazy,
Have
guys.
you seen the Peter Santinello
Oh
documentary?
my
Why
god,
are there
have you
Euros
heard
at
of
the
the
southern border?
Cold War?
Why are there ripped up French IDs at the southern border?
Yeah,
it's because
sir.
it's a wide open
Horrible.
door, and
If it was a
terrorists
wide
can
open
come
door,
in
then
from
why would you
all
ripping?
over
Sir, if
some
it was a
countries.
wide open door,
What,
why
you
would
don't
you
think
ripping up your
CIA
ideas?
hasn't ever done anything
Sir,
evil? Like
if it was
they
a-
all have their own versions
Yeah.
of their own fucked up shit. They all try to influence elections. They all try to do bad shit. 9/11 happened
All
on
right,
our
I'll
own
just mute you
territory.
then. That's
We have
fine.
mass.
All right, I'll just mute you. That's fine. Just to let you know, you can talk all you want. No one can hear you. I muted you on all platforms. No, you just are acting like a petulant child, and I don't really feel like listening to it. I actually took my headphones off too, because you're not responding to what I'm saying. All right, sir, that's fine. It's funny that he's trying to talk to you guys and to me, and I don't have my headphones on, and y'all can't hear him, but he just keeps talking. It's fucking wild. It's like he doesn't understand the idea that no one can fucking hear him. Not even me. I can just hear this just like loud, glaring fucking whining something about fucking something. He's still doing it. It's fucking crazy. It's quiet. Isn't it nice and peaceful here though? Isn't it nice and peaceful here though with just like with people just Hey, dude, you should yell louder into the microphone. Maybe people will be able to hear you through my mute button on my computer if you scream louder. You should try it. Come on. Oh, you finally realized that no one can hear you? Thank you. That's awesome. So now we can actually try to have a conversation here. Sounds perfect. Are you there? Nope, he left. All right. Anyways, we'll move on to the next person. Mr. Exclusive says, thanks for setting a platform to be able to hear both sides. I really do love to hear both sides. That's really what I prefer to do. I really appreciate that. It's a shame people like that have to try to come up in the live and try to ruin it. Hello, how are you?
Hey, can you hear me? Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do, yeah.
Awesome. Why is that?
I'm a Marxist-Leninist accelerationist, and I think that Trump is the best route to a revolution in our country.
Oh, gotcha. So you're a worthless waste of space that has no business in this country.
Yeah.
All right.
If that's what
perfect.
you think. I guess you can think that, buddy.
All right, cool.
Are you afraid to talk then, huh?
I'm not afraid to talk to you. I just don't waste my breath on idiots. So have a good one.
It kind of...
Doo-doo-doo. Hello, how are you? Oh, goodbye. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Okay. Hi. So, is this a YouTube?
Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
25.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Awesome. Why is that?
I was just wondering why the fuck you're muting people and like crashing out like a baby.
Oh,
pretty
well,
much just,
here's the deal. I'm
just
not
what I was.
crashing out, but I am muting people because I try to have
You
conversations
you
with
are
people.
crashing out. You're definitely crashing out. You're going crazy.
Well, see, sir, this is actually usually when I start muting people when people start acting like you. So let me go ahead and
Okay.
finish my sentence. Perfect. So I mute people when people refuse to have a conversation because I'm not here to like debate or anything like that. I'm here to have a conversation with real people. And if people don't want to have those conversations, then I'll treat them like the petulant child that they're acting like, similar to what you're doing
Okay.
right
Why are
now.
you crashing out then?
All right, sir.
Hey,
Do you have
what-
any actual political point to make? Because if not, I'll just move on to the next person. It's not a
Yeah,
big
I was
deal.
just Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I just wish you
my
would stop
political
crying.
Sorry, you want to go ahead?
I want you to stop crying.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, cool. So why do you support
You
Trump?
good? Basically, I'm just really upset that you're crashing out and muting people and crying like a baby.
I didn't even need to mute you. I just muted you just for fun. Yeah, that's fine. No, dude, I understand why you would support somebody just because they, have been to Epstein Island. I get it. Like, that's fine. It is weird that of your support for that. There have been actually lots of states that have actually been implementing laws, to try to lower like the age of consent and, trying to lower, marriage laws so that older men can marry younger women. And it's a weird reason to support Trump. But I mean, if that's the reason, then I do understand why you would support Trump, because you do support like, lowering the age of consent and, like marrying young girls and like underage stuff. That's strange. But no, I mean, personally, no, I think that we should keep the age of consent exactly where it's at, and like personally, and yeah, so, but that's just me.
Are you done?
Are you?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you finished talking?
Well, I was just responding to what you said.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to make sure that I don't break the rules here.
Well, I mean, it seems like you don't have big a problem like breaking the rules.
Why that? What's that?
Well, because of all the things
why would you say that?
Because all the things you just said to me about underage marriage and consent laws.
I didn't say anything about underage marriage.
Oh,
at
sir,
all.
come on. Let's not lie about it.
Did you? No. Can you tell me what I said about underage marriage?
Yeah, absolutely. I already did. But
Yeah, tell me what I said.
kind of weird, bro. Maybe you should be on a list. Oh my goodness. All right. Henry, thank you so much. Sorry. He says, Corrupt Lulu, let's go Trump, Bolsonaro 2026. That's weird. That's super weird. Bro, he was saying it the whole time. I just had to mute him for TOS. The things he was saying was horrific. It's just disgusting.
Yo,
Hello, how are you?
good. How are you?
Oof, a lot better than that last guy. You should have heard what he was saying when I had it muted. It was absolutely horrific. But how are you? Oh, where'd he go? That must have been his friend or something. I don't know. Make sure y'all hit that follow and subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Hey, it's Marxist Accelerationist calling in again. Seems like your chat.
All right. Hello, how are you again? How are you?
How are you doing there?
I'm doing
How's
great.
it
How old are you?
going?
Hi,
How are?
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
It's just because I'm just kind of tired of you fucking going around and deleting people and telling people they can't talk and shit.
I mean, you're talking just fine, and you're wasting all of that time right now.
Are you gonna fucking mute me?
I mean, you're not muted right now.
I
But you're
hope not. Holy
doing a great
Christ.
job at wasting everyone's time.
Thank you, thank you. All right, what are you feeling? What do you want to debate about?
I don't want to debate about anything.
Why the fuck do you got a live stream then?
And sir, you called into this live stream. Where does it say that I want to
did.
debate anyone?
I thought this was a debate live stream.
And why would you think that, sir? Where does it say that this is a debate live stream anywhere on here?
I don't know. Why are you?
So let me get this straight, sir. You
fucking-
called in to a stream that in no way, shape, or form says that it's a debate stream, and doesn't have the word debate anywhere in it. And you decided you were going to call in here to debate, even though there's nothing that says that it's a debate. You must live a very strange life. Do you just go to like TGI Fridays, or I assume whatever the Irish version of that is, and just
I don't-
go to debate people
and
that aren't
then-
asking for it? That's strange.
Then I don't even want to debate. What do you want to talk about? You got your phone number on there. I don't know what you want.
What do I want to talk about?
Yeah,
Dude,
If you're
okay. No,
debating.
so I went to Ireland one time.
right.
And Jameson, like the Jameson distillery, was like so
liquor?
much. It was like so much better. Like I went there for Guinness, but like I stayed because of Jameson, right? Like that experience
talking about
was
the liquor?
that was so awesome, right? And then because I did like the early tour too, which is just like it was like
Right.
so much fun. And then like I ended
Yep.
up like stumbling out of that place like one. No one even looked at it like it was weird. You know what I'm saying? Like I stumbled out of there at like one. I ended up going to Temple Bar, and man, that was
I'm glad you had a great
blast.
time.
Yeah, I did.
I'm glad you had a great time.
Awesome. That's
That's
cool, man.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's
You
awesome.
like it,
All
Enoch?
right. Well, have a good one. All right. Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. Taurus, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. We just hit that 10 gifted goal today. I'm sure we would have hit it on TikTok if for some reason it wasn't being weird and not letting you all gift, because I've already heard that you guys are having a rough time over there. So I'll forgive you. But YouTube made up for you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate y'all. Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 29. You?
I'm 38. How do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
I will say off the bat, I do not claim to know everything, so I'm sure there are going to be points
Me neither.
that you can bring up that I might not have an answer to. But I do agree heavily on immigration.
What about it?
Basically, just trying to create a safer environment for not just the people who are here, but the people that are over on the border, with coyotes and all the nasty things that they do to people. And I mean, everybody knows that try to get a better life, you're going to do things you don't really want to do to give your family a better life. But also, it's not fair for people who, pay their way, pay the dues, go through the legal way, and they go through years of, becoming a citizen just to basically have all these other people make a mockery of them, basically kind of like, well, I put all this hard work in to make a better life here, become a citizen, and then these other people come in, they get free handouts, money, free housing, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I hear the words that you're saying, but about 90% of the stuff that you just said isn't true.
Okay. Like what?
Well, like what free handouts are they getting?
I mean, like a lot of these cities, they were getting, like, especially, all right, so in New York City, there was a lot of schools. There was a lot of hotels. Basically, they were denying people, saying, hey, we're booked. They were getting free housing, and to these people illegals, people who
Yeah,
shouldn't
that's
be
completely
here.
incorrect. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm
well,
from the area, and
You can be from the area. You can be from that hotel. That doesn't really bother me whatsoever, sir. But let's be very clear. Why were those migrants in New York to begin with?
Well, because they were told they could go there to get whatever they wanted. Basically.
Wrong. They were sent there against their will
Okay.
by the governor of Texas.
Not all of them. There were
Well,
some
the
Texas.
majority
I
of
will agree with you.
them
I will
were.
agree.
And
I will agree. There were some that came from Texas, but you're looking at Texas, Florida,
they
Arizona,
were also sent
some
there
left
against their
California.
will by places in Arizona and Florida. And actually, the governors of all of these places brag about putting them on buses and sending them there against their will in the middle of winter, which you say you're from the area, so you know how cold it gets there in winter. So they were sent there without giving notice to the state of New York, without giving notice to the city of New York. They were sent there against their will on buses, right? And so the alternative to them being put up in hotels would be for them to freeze to death on the streets there.
Negative.
Is that your preference?
No, but were they not welcome there?
Were they not
Are-
welcome
is
there, sir?
not
Whether they
the
were
city
welcome
welcoming?
or sir, whether they were welcome or not, doesn't change the whether you have the infrastructure and able to and the ability to support them, right? Because these here, like states like Florida, states like Arizona, states like Texas, they get billions of dollars every single year in order to build the infrastructure in order to house migrants, right? And New York doesn't get that because they don't have the influx of migrants like those states do. So what Texas did is they said, hey, even though we get billions of dollars in money in order to support infrastructure, what we're going to do is we're going to send the migrants to you with no notice and no heads up in order to build that infrastructure, and without the money in order to build that infrastructure, and good luck, right? So
Negative.
therefore, what other choice do they have? If a whole bunch of people just show up in your city, you didn't know they were coming, you weren't given a heads up they were coming, you weren't given money or time to build the infrastructure, you either have to find a place to house them quickly or they freeze to death. So do you prefer that they froze to death?
No. So I get what you're saying. You do make valid points. I'm going to obviously I disagree, but I accept what you're saying. But how did they get here in the first place?
They were legal migrants through the asylum seeking process.
Okay. How does the asylum process work? Speaking of
Yeah,
that,
great answer. So it's 8 U.S. Code 1158 is the law that guides our asylum process in this country, right? And so when you show up at the border, you have to show the border patrol at the border. First of all, you have to cross the border, right? You have to be both feet in the United States soil. That's where they get all these illegal encounters and all that sort of stuff that Fox News and everybody brags about. You have to cross the border legally. You have to turn yourself into Border Patrol at that point. The Border Patrol, you have to tell them that you're seeking asylum. Border Patrol has to decide whether you have a legal asylum claim in the United States. If you do have a legal asylum claim in the United States and you have evidence in order to prove that, then you're given a court date in the future in which to prove your asylum case. And then, normally people get lawyers and stuff like that, and they're able to go to court in order to prove their asylum case later.
Okay. So all right. That makes all sense. But, and this is where probably you and I are going to disagree, and I hope we can both agree that we disagree on this politely. How many of those people came across the border and actively seeked asylum? And like I said, how many people came across the border and seeked out the proper way to seek asylum in the country?
So the proper way to seek asylum is what I just described to you.
That exactly. So what I'm questioning is,
Well, then
out of the
100%.
people that are in the country, how many?
Well, out of the people that are in the country,
Well, the
about
people that
2.6
were,
million people sought asylum in the Biden administration.
Okay, so they were flooding across the border. Were they at checkpoints or open pen?
Doesn't matter. According to our law, it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter.
No, again, according to 8 U.S. Code 1158, it does not matter.
Yes, but there's due process. There's multiple different types of due process, obviously.
Yeah.
But you have to, before you enter the country, you have to seek asylum.
Wrong.
You have to go through a checkpoint.
Wrong.
And get approved.
Wrong.
You cannot just flood the border.
Wrong.
That's illegal. That is not wrong.
Would you like me to read the law to you?
Yes.
Sure, gladly.
And like I said, I'm not trying to interrupt, but I want to have a clean conversation.
Sir,
I think-
clean
I
conversation
hope-
has nothing to do with the law. You're just simply wrong, and the law disagrees with you. And I'll put it up on the screen just so everybody can read it, so nobody has an idea that I'm lying. Not that I could make up these words even if I tried to, because honestly, I'm not smart enough to make up legal jargon on the fly.
Neither am I.
Paragraph 1, 8 U.S. Code 1158. Any alien who is physically present in the United States or who arrives in the United States, and this is the key part, whether or not at a designated port of arrival, and including an alien who is brought to the United States after having been interdicted in international or United States waters, irrespective of an alien status, may apply for asylum in accordance with this section, or where applicable, according to section 1225B of this title. So literally the first rule of this is, A, you have to be present in the United States. So in order to seek asylum in this country, you have to be an illegal migrant, right? Because you can't be present in the United States legally if you're trying to seek asylum, right? And second of all, it says specifically and irrefutably that you do not have to do it before you get here, and that you don't have to do it at a port of entry.
Copy that. I will succeed.
I hope you do succeed.
So, well, I'm just saying, like I said, that's why, like at the beginning, I do not claim to know everything, and there are things I will not claim I know. But so I do appreciate you showing me that. I will do my own research, and I know you have it right there. But yeah, I will do a little bit more research. Sound good?
Sounds good, man.
All right. Well, hey, I do have to get going. I got a sleeping baby in the house, and I'm sitting in the car with my screen. So
absolutely,
I have to get inside. But hey, I stumbled across you on accident. I'll get a sub for you. Sound good?
Sounds good, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you.
I hope this has been pleasant for you. It's been a good conversation for me.
Yeah, just fine, man. I hope you have a good one, all right?
Hey, you too now. All right, take care.
Bye. Sorry, I have to put this like little chat up here because I think it's awesome. This is probably the best chat I've ever gotten. Like, to be completely honest with you. I've got a lot of chats in my life before. This is my favorite. Someone take a screenshot of this and like send it to her. Truly my favorite. Truly my favorite. Is she in here? Please tell me she's in here. I don't know if she's live right now or not. She might be. I know she was talking about going live. Insane. All right. I said to leave it up long enough. Who is Ari? Well, Ari is my girlfriend, and you should totally go check her out because she's another creator, which is really, really awesome. And I've been doing this a lot. I've been doing this longer than she has. So if anybody's copying somebody, okay, it's the other way around. Okay. She's actually live right now. Okay. And she's pretty dope. She's pretty dope. Actually, this is what we're gonna do real quick. Nick, thank you so much. It says, why are you progressive? What's the real limit? I know you're not willing to admit what you truly want, but isn't that the point? Nobody wants that. You said I haven't said what I want, and then also I won't say what I want, and that I don't know what I want. That doesn't make sense, Nick. If you want to know what I mean as a progressive, I'll gladly tell you. That's not a problem. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna raid the fuck out of Ari. We're gonna raid the shit out of Ari. So, Mermaid Ari 0 on YouTube. Night Terra. Mermaid Ari 0 on YouTube. And honestly, I forgot what her actual thing is. It's just Ari on TikTok. Just find Ari. Just find Ari. Somebody put it in there. Everybody go raid Ari. Okay, Ari or Mermaid Ari 0. Okay, she is live right now. Divas, thank you. It's Ari the Mermaid on TikTok, and it's Mermaid Ari 0 on YouTube. Go find her now. Blow up the chat with a huge poly raid. Okay? Blow up the chat with a huge poly raid. She will absolutely freaking flip. I'm so excited. Go freaking get this shit right fucking now. If you're on Twitch also, Mermaid RE0. She's also Mermaid RE0 over there. So check it out over there too. All right. Also, check out the podcast we did earlier today. It's on my channel. It's in there, but we actually did a podcast together earlier, which is like super, super awesome. So go, everyone go. Everyone go. Mermaid RE0 on YouTube. Ari the Mermaid on TikTok. Mermaid RE0. Put it all together, type it in, go there, watch her, follow her. It looks kind of like this, except for I look nothing like her. And just yell Polly Raid in there. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.